What's up everybody, welcome to this new Soul Leveling Arise video. As you have seen in the thumbnail or in the title of this video, this new event weapon is the ultimate weapon that every free-to-play player needs in this game. And this is not another clickbait video just to grab your attention. This is an actual cover to how we can use this weapon. Now, the biggest problem that every free-to-play player having in this game is the resources, is the amount of weapons with multiple elements in this game, especially when you want to farm artifacts. So maybe today the weakness is wind, you need the Demon King dagger, and then the next week the weakness is fire, you need something like the Phoenix Soul. Maybe the weakness is dark, you need something like the Moon Shadow. But I know most of the free to play, especially the new players, when we're talking about the new players, I don't think everybody have weapon from each element at A5 at least. So you're probably struggling in some elements. And this weapon will fix everything, and that's what we're gonna cover in this video. But before we get started, I apologize for being missing in the last 2 weeks. I've been to Saudi Arabia in the last 2 weeks, so I wasn't able to make any YouTube content during that time. I just back to home now, and I'll probably make going to make a lot of videos and cover what I have missed in those weeks. And yeah, I apologize if I missed something, and I promise I'll make more videos in the future. So this weapon, the biggest advantage, everybody will get it at A5. I'm not going to talk about the advancement too much because you're going to get this weapon as one package at A5 if you do all the events. So everybody will get it to A5 easily. This is not really difficult thing to do. Now the biggest advantage for this weapon is this: the Dungeon Killer. Increase the critical hit rate and critical hit damage by 20%. And Vanishing Shed, by the way, this is the skill of this weapon, always deal water elemental damage as if it's the target weakness regardless of the target element. Now, this sounds crazy, but you know what? This description isn't right. It is all wrong. Because when I've tried the weapon myself, this description doesn't really describe the weapon. When you have this weapon as primary or even secondary weapon, when you are equipping this weapon, any skill that you are using will deal elemental weakness damage. For example, let's say you only have strong dark skills. For example, something like the Thunder skill or Magnifying Slash or whatever skill. You want to bring break skill that deal maybe fire damage, but you don't have a good skill. You have strong skill for the dark element. Any skill you deal in the instance dungeon will always deal elemental weakness damage if you are equipping this weapon, even if you are not using this weapon. For example, as we can see here, the most important thing that any new player and someone who still starting the game need to farm is the artifact. Now we can farm the armor in the Inker mission, but that doesn't matter because we are talking about Sanjin Wu's weapon. So this is absolutely different story. Sanjin Wu has nothing to do here. The only thing that we can use Sanjin Wu and his weapons inside to farm artifacts are the accessories, which the instance dungeon. When you use this weapon in the instance dungeon, any skill you use, any weapon you use, will always deal elemental weakness damage. And this is very, very crazy. Let's say, for example, you have a very strong Blum sword, and the weakness is wind, but you don't have the Demon King dagger, or even the West Wind or the Demon King long sword. All you need is this weapon. So you can bear it with Blum. I believe all of you have the Blum. If you don't have the Blum, pick the Blum from any box you going to get. We're getting a lot of boxes. Try to get the Blum to A5 and bear it with this weapon. You can, I apologize, my voice is almost gone, but I'm trying to do my best to make this video for you. So if you pair those weapons together, you can beat any instance dungeon. You can even clear proof of strong stage 20 easily without any problem. The skills, just use the best skills you have. Doesn't matter what element it is. If you need break skill, you can bring a powerful skill like the vacuum wave, or the dispersion, or the explosion. Any skill that deal a lot of damage and deal break damage, or giving a good buff. If you want to bring skill that deal insane amount of damage, you can bring the magnifying slash, for example, and would deal dark damage as if it was the elemental weakness of the boss. You can bring any skill and will always deal elemental weakness damage. This is the only weapon you need. If you have this weapon, you can clear any instance dungeon easily. Now, this effect only work in instance dungeon, but this is the most important place for you if you just started playing the game. Maybe it won't be that much helpful in somewhere like the Power of Distraction or the Guild boss, but trust me, those places are not as important as the instance dungeon or Anchor mission, because those content, you have to do them daily. Every day you need to do them. So anything that can help you there will help you a lot in your journey in this game. So this weapon is really amazing. The damage of this weapon isn't that bad. I would say it's mediocre damage, not really that crazy and not really bad, to be honest. So this is the ultimate weapon that you need as someone who's free to play. You don't have to grind weapon from each element to clear your instance dungeon. Just use this weapon, pair it with Blum, use the best skills you have got, and you're good to go to finish every instance dungeon that are available in the game. And you can actually focus on summoning hunters that help you in other content like Anchor missions or whatever. And in terms of Sanjin Wu's weapon, you're still gonna farm weapons for Sanjin Wu, but it won't be that crazy pressure for you to get every single weapon for, or the important weapons for each element. As I said, Demon King Dagger, Phoenix Soul, Grimoire, and so on. Only thing you need is this weapon and the Blum. So I think I've covered everything about this weapon. If you want more details about how to use the weapon, how you can get full advantage of it, I'll make another video to cover the full use of this weapon. I just make this video to give you an idea about how valuable it is, how important it is, and it is worth to level up to level 100 and use it in your daily farm in the instance dungeon. This weapon, will it give the best performance, let's say in terms of wind weakness? It will give you the same damage as the Demon King? Well, not really, but in the scenario of using this weapon, you can use the best skills. So it's not just the weapon skill versus the Demon King skill, because the Demon King Dagger obviously will deal more damage, but with the Demon King Dagger, you won't be able to use the best skills. Maybe your best skills is fire skills, and the boss have fire resistance. If the boss has fire resistance, your big skills won't deal as much damage. So with this weapon, you could change the equations. It's not the best in slot weapon for each dungeon, but it's the best weapon that work in everything. So yeah, this weapon is absolutely worth to level up to level 100, and make sure to try to use it. I don't know about the skills, and the description of this weapon says only the weapon skill should be dealing damage as elemental weakness. The other skills dealing elemental weakness could be a mistake from the game, and could be actually that's how they meant to build this weapon. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about this weapon. I'm just back to making content again, so make sure to support me in the Netmarble support program, and I really appreciate every single support. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, help me more content, make more content in the future. And if there's anything you want me to cover in the future, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll make it for you guys. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.